Hey guys, it's Will from Tested.
And it's Norm from Tested.
Norm, the build tathlon, I'm going to run out of puns real quick with 20 days of this, but we're building stuff every day in July. First thing we built is this. We're like halfway through a PrintrBot Simple. It's a 3D printer. It's an inexpensive 3D printer, something we don't have a ton of experience with, and it's been quite the learning experience so far. We're
in day 4 of this build. You're watching this right now either on the site or on YouTube, and this video is brought to you by Tested Premium members. So the first week of our month of building is open to everyone. If you want to watch the other builds, go on tested.com right now, sign up, and you follow along. We have 3 other projects.
Right, so let's just jump right into it. Yesterday, I don't want to say we had a bad day yesterday. Yesterday we had some setbacks.
There were some setbacks.
We ended up having to go back and rebuild a bunch of stuff, break down and rebuild a bunch of stuff we'd already done. I'm going to say due to poor instructions.
The instructions have been very poor. That's the big lesson so far, is that the PrintrBot guys, they may design a good printer, but they don't design good instructions.
The instructions
it's tough
not
to
so
follow
much.
along.
So picking up, we finished step 17 at the end of the day yesterday, or step 18 rather. We're moving on to 19 immediately, charging on.
All right.
What you're doing here is putting the belt on. So there's 2 ends of that belt. One has a big hole in it, and there's a screw that goes down through the bottom of the hole. The other has the 2 screw holes set off at a couple millimeters, about a centimeter actually it looks like, and that's going to hold the tensioner for that belt. So I think you want to make a loop with that, with the end with the hole first. And you're going to put a 10 millimeter M3 screw in there. I got to find one of those for you.
I'm making a loop around a 10 millimeter M3.
Yeah, so I think you want to make the loop, and then you're going to jam the M3 through the hole.
All right, and it's very reminiscent
I'm finding an M3 first.
The Y-axis on the build platform,
or maybe the X-axis. I don't know. Probably the Y. This is probably the X-axis. If I had to, X is usually hard. This is probably the Y-axis because X is going to be side to side.
And just one 10 millimeter.
One 10 millimeter
from the top.
Both
sides?
It looks like from the top down. And I assume that's threaded, but I don't know for sure. It goes in on the motor side, it looks like.
Okay. The motor side and not the... Yes, it does go on the motor side.
Yeah.
Okay. So what's going on right now is I've created this loop, which you can see right here.
Now, do you have enough belt on the other end? Have you looked at that before you start cinching that down?
And I have this much belt. I probably should give out more belt right there. So I'm going to move that over. Good. And this is going to just get cinched down, so I don't need a lot of slack on this belt right here. So I'm just going to create this loop, push it through that hole, maybe a little more. And then I just need enough to zip tie right here.
Exactly, and the zip tie is going to hold that those teeth together so that it doesn't move.
And all you need to do is now put on the other end this 10 millimeter screw. So I'm going to screw that in. All right, and that's going all the way in. Let's see if it works. I'm going to tighten that up.
There you go. You might want to leave it. Oh, you need the driver. You need the big one. Yeah.
The M3. Okay, and you can see I pull here.
That shouldn't have to be too tight. It's just you just want it to not fall out.
Yeah, it's definitely locked in.
You might want to pull a little bit more belt through, though, if I had to guess.
More belt through the top or the bottom?
Through the top.
Through the top, just so I could cinch it in. Okay.
Yeah, and then
that's about how.
Loop that zip tie around. Actually, let's leave it loose for right now and do the other side and then see where we end up.
Yep.
So you have this guy.
So it goes to the other side, and this, to show you, is what let's adjust the belt. The tightening of the belt on the other side.
You want to put the 2 pegs on the side facing the center, it looks like on this one.
Yes, 2 pegs facing the center, and it will go through the bottom. And
as long as you just want the teeth facing each other.
Teeth are definitely facing each other, and I want to tighten that to a point where I can, that's a lot of slack.
Yeah, you're going to need to take a lot out on both. I would split it between both sides. We can trim the excess later. So I have a pair of scissors right here.
On this side, that's fine, that's good. And I basically want to have this, there's a lot of slack on this belt. It's a long belt.
I think these belts, I think they sent both the same size belts and expect you to not use all of them.
So this is pretty good. And the idea is, if you guys can see, move these cables away, just like on the build platform, the axis there, I will put these M22s,
the
through this hole,
M322s right there,
and they will screw into this little tightener. And
don't tell anyone, but I stole them from the old cupcake.
So this is where we were missing in the last episode, one of the M22s.
And I just kept pulling bolts out of the cupcake until I found one that was the right length.
Into the old MakerBot, and it's not threaded through this
the plastic piece.
Plastic piece.
But it is on that little metal thing.
It is.
Yeah, you might want even a little bit. Actually, I might pull a little bit more from the other end before you cinch it down. But you should be good to go now.
So the idea is, I don't want to.
You don't want that pulled. You need to put way more slack into that.
Yes. And I'm gonna push. I can push this in against.
Nope, that's the opposite of slack. You want that all the way unscrewed, so that we can tighten or loosen, or at least give it enough that you can tighten or loosen.
About four turns on each side of slack.
That looks pretty good.
And I can cinch down on here first.
I would do the other side first.
Okay, then I'm going to tighten the other side first.
Yeah, and do it. You want to do it real as close to the edge as you can, because that's going to affect your travel, the total length of travel. So what happens is, unlike a traditional round belt, like it's a loop where the belt moves and it makes other things move, this is essentially a track for the motor, for the carriage to move back and forth.
The sprocket helps the carriage move along the track.
And importantly, in a predictable way.
Okay.
So getting the tension on these belts right is really important, because if it's too loose, then they'll slip, and if it's too tight, then it'll have problems moving. So that's why the adjustable belt.
And these stepper motors, you want basically, it knows exactly how many steps it's actually traveling.
That's the way stepper motors let you see move a predictable amount.
All right, so that's tight on there.
Okay. Feeling pretty good about that one?
Mm-hmm. And I want to tighten this up to a point where...
I think you want to pull it until that is fairly tight.
Taut.
Yeah.
Because I want to tighten that up later.
So what you can do to see is pinch it down where you think it's right, and then see how the carriage moves.
So I'm going to pinch this down right here. And see how this carriage moves.
I think you want to do the other way. Move the thing that's going to move, not the... There's still a lot of slack in there. You need to pull that a little tighter. Because you can always release it some.
Oh, that's loosened up a little bit.
So you didn't cinch it tight enough.
Oh, the zip tie. The zip tie is not tight enough.
Are the teeth going into each other, or is it? Okay.
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Teeth are biting.
Okay, that's fine. Don't over tighten.
All right.
It's a delicate balance between too tight and not tight enough. I'm going to collect some stuff for the next phase of our operation here. While you finish that up.
I have the second zip tie. I'm going to put that in right now. Fantastic.
Okay, now once again, we have a lot of the wrong sizes of screw here.
By how much?
8, 6. They're 8 millimeter. It wants 8 millimeters, and I only have 10 millimeters left, I think. Unless some of these are 8s. I think these are all 10s. Yeah, that's a 10. I don't know how we're off this bad on screws, when I've been really careful about making sure that we're using the right ones. This also annoys.
They have provided the wrong number of screws.
I don't know that I'd go that far yet without going back and reviewing the tape. I'm sure keen-eyed listeners, viewers at home, will be sure to tell us what we've done wrong.
All right.
It's also possible that their instructions are wrong. So
tight on this side. Tight on that side. Cool.
Okay.
And I'm not ready to tighten it this yet.
So you want to leave that loose, because we'll adjust that.
And I can tell you that this will slide no problem.
Okay. Is it? Can I feel?
Yep.
It needs to be tighter. But we can do that.
Yeah,
we can do that with the tensioner. Okay. On to the next step. Step 20. So what you're going to do now is take this guy.
Okay. Align this.
This is the print head and the y-axis bed. I think you need to rotate that 180 degrees this way. Well, that works too. And then you're going to use 8. Let's see if these 10 millimeter screws are going to work, or if I'm going to have to go find some 8 millimeter screws.
Picture.
Because I have a bunch of 10 millimeter screws.
But you need 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 8 millimeters.
Yeah, and just to be clear, the sheet says that I only got 9 8 millimeters to begin with, and we've already used 6 8 millimeter screws.
Huh.
So somebody's math not so hot here. Let's hope that the 10 millimeters work here.
Wow, why is that extruder already in this picture?
It's not. It's just
21.
That's interesting. Maybe we were supposed to do that at some other step along the way.
Oh boy. Oh boy.
I'm going to go back and look. Oh yeah, hey, it is. It's on way back on 14.
Uh-oh.
It's okay.
Things were skipped.
Let's go back to 14. Let me have the print head and I'll do the extruder.
Right, here's the print head.
I think it just snaps in.
Nope.
Oh.
Center teeth the bearing, and M3 20 millimeters.
Okay, so I need to loosen this. Can I have the screwdriver? Thanks. I think this might have been between an episode.
We skipped the step.
And we got done with the centering teeth and didn't do this part. So it looks like this just goes up until it's flush. And we run the wires out the back, if I had to guess. That was easy.
Okay. In that case, I'm going to go jump back to step 20.
21, I think, now.
20 or 21.
So this is one of the things we talked about before, but this is one of the big advancements on this printer, is that they actually do a pretty good job of the hot end is pre-assembled, which means that you don't have to build a heater. You don't have to build a you don't have to put the thermocouple in here that's going to measure the temperature or any of that stuff, which is quite nice. I'm just eyeballing that, but that looks pretty. I'm going to bring that down just a little bit. I'm trying to level this as much as I can in advance in the interest of sanity. Later. Okay, here you go, Norm.
Okay. All right.
There's your 10. Make sure those 10 millimeter screws are going to fit first. Hopefully they drilled out that Delrin enough that it's just going to work.
And
is that the right orientation? Yeah.
It has to be.
Yeah.
It has to be.
Well, but you could rotate. No, you could rotate the whole thing, that piece 180 degrees along the top.
Like that?
Yeah. So look at the motor.
It's the right orientation because there's 3 and there are 2 that are close to each other.
No, the hot end is on the tensioner side, not. The hot end is away from the tensioner. You have it right. Okay, we're good.
There's only one way.
Well, no, you could. This whole thing could rotate like this. It could go that way too.
No, it can't because of these 3 holes.
Oh, okay. Okay, so there's holes on the top that'll prevent you from fucking that up. That's great. Sorry,
okay.
kids.
Now I'm gonna put this on top here. Get these 6 screws in here. Does the motor live?
The motor lives outside of that, I believe. Like, but
oh,
you
well,
need to slide it between the motor.
Yeah, this is just gonna fit.
I think that's
because the Delrin is the height of the distance. Okay. Whoa. Wow. There it goes.
There you go. You're good. You might have even gone a little too far.
I'll make sure it's level.
There's the driver.
Now here's a good question.
Yes.
This power cable for the switch. Is this the right place for it to go?
For which switch?
Yes.
We don't. Is it blocking the bearings?
It can go either below the rods or above the rods.
It looks like it goes above the rods, because if it's below the rods, it's going to prevent them from moving. No, look. It goes on that, not between the rods and the metal. Put it between the rods and the air. Where you have it is right.
So below the rods when it's... Okay.
Well, no, because that whole thing's going to be... This is
the rods.
Look, this is the orientation.
Sure,
this is down right here.
Sure. Okay, I'm gonna put these 6 in. This looks good. My 6 are right.
Hopefully those are good length. I don't know.
I'm gonna try this corner.
Holy shit, this next one is impenetrable. Impenetrable.
They fit.
Good. All the way down?
All the way down.
Cool, that's good news.
Delrin. Come on.
Okay. Hey, the next step is plugging in a whole bunch of wires. Also, it's unclear what wires go where. Holy cow.
I don't want to strip this.
I'm going to start uncoiling wires here. I hope that these connectors only go in a certain specific way, because otherwise this is going to be a real pain in the butt to figure out. One, two.
These are not really going in on the side.
Then you need to line them up better. Did you tighten that one all the way down?
Nope. It's very loose on this side. Very loose.
So wiggle it some. I would do it by feel with your hand.
Use force.
You got anything?
Take a look at these holes.
You just have to put the screw in the hole.
It's very, very easy to do. Nope.
Can you try?
I got it. I'm just gonna take this basically all the way out.
We don't have to take it all the way out. You shouldn't have to.
All right, continue the next step.
Well, I
with the
can't do
wires.
anything until you're done. Where is this wire coming out? Is this the switch?
That's the switch wire.
Okay.
Come on.
If you're not getting bite, then here, can I see? I don't need the screw. Are you even is there anything there even?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, there's something there. Okay.
You can see the holes.
There is a hole. Yeah, it's too tight. I wonder if the Delrin thing is too far in. If I push too well on the last one. Screwing.
Keep on screwing. Keep on screwing.
Yeah, so, I mean, you guys aren't going to be able to see this. Maybe you can. It's, looks like it's just a couple of millimeters too far to bite well. Okay, let's try again. I'm going to pull this out a little bit. Let's see what happens. This is exciting. Oh, the belt's holding it too. Okay, I'm gonna pull the whole thing up. Oh, just a little bit.
Wow.
What?
Dangerous maneuvers.
I don't know about dangerous maneuvers.
Risky.
Maybe risky. There we go.
All right.
Pulled it up just enough. It's not super. It's not great. This is like I would have expected this to mash in and be exactly like perfect fitting. Of course, we're using screws that are too long per the instructions.
It shouldn't matter as long as the screw holes are deep enough.
That's.
And where's number 6?
I have it. It's already. So the one you took out. We have a lot of these. Which one is this? This is an 8. That's a 10. Oh, these are supposed to be. These are 8s, but we're using 10s, right?
Using 10s. Stuck on a step.
I watched My Neighbor Totoro this weekend for the first time.
We talked about this on yesterday.
Did we talk about this yesterday, or did we talk about it outside?
Maybe we talked about it outside.
Yeah. I couldn't believe I'd never seen it before. It's a lovely movie.
Classic 1988 Studio Ghibli movie.
When I picked up the box, Gina said, "How old is this movie that they're calling it an eternal classic or whatever on the box?" You know, in true Disney fashion.
Mm-hmm. Oh, that's right. Disney has distribution.
And I immediately agreed upon the conclusion of the movie that it is indeed an eternal classic. It's a lovely film. There you go.
All right.
Okay, 22.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
All
right.
Good job. Okay, so now we have wires. So these go to the hot end. And what we're looking for, we have a bunch of different kinds of cables here. We have, this cable is the top one. So I need you to look for a cable that has a 2 female holes that's black and red, coming probably off of something up there. It's unclear exactly what.
Got it.
Okay.
That's the fan?
That's the fan. Okay, that's good. So that's that one.
Connect the fan.
Connect the fan. Next, we have the hot end.
Okay, hold on.
That's a fan, so it shouldn't. Actually, connect the red to the red and the black to the black.
Yep. Oh god, these are barely fitting. Really?
If they're barely fitting, you're doing it. Maybe not the right one.
No, it looks like it in the picture. It just needs to be squeezed.
Great. Squeeze it.
There it goes.
Okay, so next off of the hot end, you have 2 wires coming out, right?
The hot end, yep.
So one is a white and black. So basically there's a female end and there's a male end.
Your white and black is supposed to go to
the 2 grays.
2 translucent cables.
They look gray in the picture, but so that's that one.
Okay.
That connector has a snap.
Yep.
So it may have polarity. I don't know.
This one has a snap, and this should fit.
And now this end goes in the other one of those.
Another red black.
Yep, and that goes into, so that's one of those is the thermistor and one is the heater for the hot end. We don't know which one. I assume the gray one, the black and white one is the thermistor and the red and black one is the heater, but who knows? We'll find out soon, I'm sure.
Pow. Okay.
And now you want to take a zip tie, and if you look on the metal fold-out area, there's a place to zip tie all those cables together into one bundle.
Holy crap.
Along with, it looks like the motor cable for the
these
extruder
notches
end.
right here, these notches is where I'm going to zip tie all of them.
I don't think we have to, we got to get going.
Okay, and when you say all of them, you mean just both those 2?
I think those 3, the ones that you just did, plus the motor for the extruder, looks like. Because there's a green wire in there too.
Oh boy.
Do you see the extruder motor?
Just to zip tie them all together.
It's a bundle, and you want to hook them all so they're out of the way and up, away from the hot end.
Okay.
While you're doing that, I'm going to get the next step ready.
Okay, I see. I got it.
2mm Allen wrench. You got it?
Yep. It's actually a pretty cool design here. this spot for the zip tie. Come on. Oh boy. Come on, come on, come on. There it goes. Okay. And I'm just gonna zip tie these and put them away from the hot end of the extruder.
I'm not super keen on this next step. I have a bad feeling about this.
What's the next step entail?
The next step is how the screw drive works the Z-axis. And I don't think, I'm gonna go ahead and do it because it's easy.
Okay.
So I'll set it up over here so you guys can see. So basically, I have this guy, which is it's almost like a join, and I've put two thumb screws into this, holding it this screw, biting into the screw part. I'm not super confident that this is going to hold, and then I have one more for the flat piece right here, so that's just going to go on like yay, and that's easy. That piece I'm not worried about. The screw parts are a little hinky, I think. Okay, so now that turns the motor. Is that motor shaft turning? Nope, I missed. Maybe below the.
These instructions are terrible.
Yeah. I mean, in fairness, I don't think we've ever put together a 3D printer that the instructions were great, but these are not awesome, especially for something that's kind of supposed to be easy. You know, when Make Magazine did that, did their 3D printer guide a couple of years ago, they had a category for good instructions. Didn't mention PrintrBot. Okay, so that's on. Are you good over there?
I'm good over there.
You've got your cables bundled?
Oh yeah. Cables are bundled right there.
So now it looks like you take that big snarl of wires and run it down the hole.
Oh boy.
Here. Right here in the back.
Down.
And I think you want
for the headers, but not the motor.
Motor has to go down too. Everything has to go down that hole, okay, including the other one too.
Okay, so both of the motors I have here. I'm gonna undo this one.
I can't tell which motor is which here. Okay, so if you go to 25, you can see what's going on. So I think everything, we don't run the Z-axis motor, the one, or the Y-axis motor, this one down yet.
Okay.
But bundle up all of those that you have coming from the hot end, put them through this gasket, this O-ring.
Oh no, we don't put this one in.
That's the one I said don't put in.
Okay, not this one.
Yeah. And I assume also not the stopper on that one. No. No. Yeah, no stopper on that one. So no switch on that one. So put everything.
But the switch. So everything I just put through the zip tie, I'm going to put through that.
Yep.
This little ring.
And also you're going to zip tie the switch for this one to the wire bundle.
Got it.
On coming out of that motor.
Okay. That makes sense. You want to get that switch cable out of the way.
Here's your O-ring.
Right. So I'm going to make sure all of these I have. See, this stuff's already been zip tied down here.
Yep.
I'm going to put these.
Here, run that through all of those.
All of them.
I would do the big ones first. I'm going to skip ahead and see what's next. We do the same thing with the Y-axis.
And I need one zip tie to zip tie the switch with the
Y-axis.
Okay. Bam. Bam. Okay.
Okay. So you got that through?
Yep.
Now feed them through that hole.
I'm gonna make sure these are all
over so people can see, or I can do that over here if you want. Whatever you want to do. Still needs to. Oh, I guess they can see.
Feed through the hole.
It's a filthy song. You and your pop music. Your rock and roll. Next, we put that bit on the shaft.
So that ring is supposed to sit at the.
It goes in.
How much give am I supposed to give it?
Well, I think we find that out when we put it on.
All right, so I'm just going to shove as much as I can up to this point.
I would push that ring further down if I were you.
I'm going to pull these because they're different lengths.
Here, I'll hold. I got it.
These are different lengths. Right here. Okay. Man, if they gave us, this is where you could use computer.
Pull the black and white one if you could.
It's where you can use, there it goes.
There you go.
Computer,
okay, so
cable management.
Oh, skills? Yeah, the voodoo guys.
Like the,
Here, just pull that. Can you hold the end? I'm gonna pull against you.
like the netting.
We have some of that.
We should use that.
We're getting ready to. First, we have to get the maximum length done. It's not netting. It's better.
Okay. I need
Okay,
that.
so now
Zip tie.
I gave it to you. Here's another one. While you do that, oh, you know, you're gonna do that first. Okay. So next, after you finish this, is we put the whole thing. I still don't exactly understand how this works. We have to put that over this.
Okay.
But I don't see exactly where that screw drive goes
Reasonable.
to make the whole thing work, unless it's just on the bottom and we can't see it. I can't see it because it's on the other side.
Oh, where these rods go?
I know where the rods go. I just don't know where this goes. No, that screw's connected to a motor on the bottom. There should be something in the middle between those two.
Oh, there is.
Oh, okay.
There's right there.
There's a place where it'll thread in and ride. Okay.
Yep.
Cool.
That's that one.
Okay, so rotate it.
Okay.
Oh, not that way.
Gosh,
The other way.
This way. This is where a wide shot.
Yep. Okay, so here we go. I think that should have been through the hump. Let's see this before we get going too far. This should have been through the cable thing too.
Yes.
Should it have?
Yes. Yes. It's not difficult to do that.
I can do that. We can do that after it's on. Okay, so I'm going to lower it down. Let's get everything out of the way.
Oh, you pushed this through already. I'm just going to shove this.
Oh, into the hole.
There it goes.
Okay.
Go in your home.
Okay, so you want to rotate this so people can see.
Okay.
Here we go. We're lowering.
Is everything everything oriented right?
Yeah, I think so. It's all out.
Okay, there it goes. Very good.
Are we on the right spot on this? I don't think we are.
Do you see the Delrin? Do you see? Is it?
I can't see it at all. I'm going to tilt it down. Oh yeah, maybe it is.
There it goes.
Okay, that
We're
worked.
good.
Okay.
That's good. Now we can look at the bottom.
Well,
and
no.
pull the
Now we
extra-
have to do the y-axis. Then we can look at the bottom.
Okay.
How did you? Okay.
Y-axis. Ah, another one of those O-rings.
Yeah. Have it right. It's right here.
And that's right. That's going to be
Oops. I'm
through
going to
this
untangle
hole.
this cable.
right here.
This is looking like a 3D. This is coming together real fast at the end.
Yep.
That's the exact opposite of every other 3D printer we've ever built.
Where the last
the last 10%
10 steps
took
takes
90% of the time.
the whole weekend.
Yeah.
Yeah. All
This
right.
is a horrible snarl of cables here. If you want, you can cut this guy. We need to put on. Here we go. Okay.
It's just two.
Just the two on this one, I think.
Just the switch and the motor, the Y motor.
Looks like it, yeah.
Okay. Done
It
that.
goes through this hole in the back, which I can feed through.
Okay, and then you can adjust that. And we'll cut this. Ah, this is that.
I think we
I'm
probably want to
talking
put that on first and then cut it, if I had to guess,
about. Okay.
so that we
So I'm going to put this
have the
on.
right. Yeah, so we don't have not enough.
Is there a trick to putting this on?
Yeah, there is. So you open it up. Here, I'll show you. You take this guy. First, I think we need to fix this and put this. I don't know where this gray wire is supposed to go.
Below.
It's supposed to go in that place where we missed. So let's snip that. Before we go any further, let's snip this zip tie here and run it through. But figure out how the routing goes while I cut the zip tie. Oh Jesus! Wish I had some wire snips for this. Okay. Oh man, this is gonna suck ass to get back in. Sorry. Okay. that. Does it go over the top and then around, or does it go?
I think it goes along the bottom.
Like under?
Along the back. It goes on the back.
Oh, and then down.
Back and then.
Shit. Okay. I don't know if
Is that
that's
enough space?
No, because this is gonna.
Well, I think that's okay. It's not that big of a deal.
Well, it might interfere with the y-axis travel.
Okay.
So I'm gonna pull it out.
Okay. It's a big one.
Yep, I got it. Okay, so then this
push that through
goes
here.
Can you feed it through? Is it just right through here?
Right through there. Is that gonna fit?
Yeah, I can get it through there. Bingo. So that's the sensor for the
leveling.
For the leveling, yeah.
Okay. Now I'm gonna put the zip tie in first.
Yeah, it just goes over here, right?
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if I can get this in such a place that you guys will be able to see. I apologize. I'm using a spudger for this. Okay, so that's everything. They're all up through here. I put the zip tie in backwards. Good grief. Let's do that again. What you got over there, Norm?
I'm just trying to put a zip tie on with one hand.
Oh. I hope we didn't need all of these zip ties.
We have a million of them.
We do have a million of them. One thing we always have more of is zip ties, it turns out.
Oh. Success.
Okay.
Boop, boop, boop,
I'm
so
cinching.
close. So close.
Okay. So that's that. I'm going to
so
clean up these
close.
zip ties while we're in here.
This one as well.
Yep, and the one in here. This belt is crazy loose now for some reason.
Uh-oh. It's off the bearing.
I don't know. Doesn't look
The
like it. No.
Zip tie need to be.
Zip tie might have slipped. It's a little. These are a little loose, dude.
That one more difficult one.
Well, that's the one I just snipped, so that is not great. I can pull this one. Okay, that's.
I wonder
better,
if this
I
one
think.
will sing a song.
You mean you think it'll make? They all make MakerBot noise. Or printer,
You want to
3D
move,
printer
see if
noise.
it'll slide? Alright, okay.
Does the wheel turn? Yes, the wheel
Sprocket turns, okay.
Okay, so
All
the trick on putting this kind of cable stuff on is that you start it at one end, and then you kind of just roll it on through the grooves. So see, it just kind of wraps around. You want to start up at the top, and then just go around and around and around.
Yeah, we don't know how long that's supposed to be.
It needs to go from the print head at its maximum distance
There it goes.
to the hole. So the furthest it can get away is right there.
Oh, and I need to put this through the gray one.
You need to put that through the
overhang.
gasket. Thanks. This stuff is awesome because you can put it on cables that are connected. That's why this round loop stuff is really nice. We only got one piece of this, and I'm wondering if this is enough to go as far as we have to go. Let's see what the picture looks like. I think that there should be plenty here.
Mm-hmm.
I'm surprised that they would have us do this before it's all hooked up, though.
Next step is hooking up.
I know. I think that we need to pull more through.
The bottom?
Yeah. That's that one. Okay, so this is, here we go.
This needs to be taut.
Yeah. If you look at it, it's pretty, there's a little bit of slack, but there's not as much as we have in there right now. Go ahead and put that gasket in, or that grommet, whatever it's called. I think that's probably, no, we need to, and then we can stretch this out a little bit too.
Just a little bit. I think we'll have enough material. You're getting close.
Yeah.
That's all taut, then I'm gonna tilt this back up.
Yeah, tilt it back up.
So people can see. Okay.
Okay, wrapping around, this is oddly soothing.
Turning something that's messy into something that's less messy.
Or this is kind of like hiding your crimes in a lot of ways. You know? This is another place, I wish they told me how long this should be before I started.
Is it at the full extension?
Yeah, it's all the way out.
Okay.
I think that's further than it can actually go.
So this plus a little bit of slack.
I think that's probably good.
Looks good.
Okay, so I'm gonna,
just the wrap.
yeah, just the wrap.
Bam. Wow.
That's final. Looks nice too.
It's pretty nice.
See if we can pull just the last little, there we go.
All right.
Tuck that bit in there. That feels like a pretty good amount of slack there. We do the same thing on the back.
For these?
Plenty of this stuff left, actually. I'll get started on that if you want to see what's next, or you can do this. And
Next is plugging stuff into the motherboard.
okay, so we got to do this.
That's it.
That's it?
That's it.
Then we print something.
Then we print something, which we'll save.
That'll be tomorrow.
Yes.
Wow.
But let's finish up your wrap, and then the last step is plugging stuff in, and we have assembled. We will then have assembled a PrintrBot Simple.
So when I asked people on the internet, on Twitter, how long this was going to take, the general consensus was, 4 hours, which is pretty much where we're at.
We're about
we're like 3.25,
three
maybe.
hours, maybe. I think if you had built one before, it would take you an hour and a half.
And you mean of this particular model?
Yes. Yes.
Yeah, and if you didn't have to, we spent a lot of time figuring out the instructions. We lost basically 30 minutes to having to go back and redo that first end stop.
It's a good looking 3D printer.
It's not bad. I really like the kind of minimal design on it. It's neat.
Assume you'll be instructing people. We'll have to put the tape and use the acetone on the build surface.
Yeah, we may not have to use, since we're using blue painter's tape, acetone's not strictly necessary.
Even
I've got to find the
application.
blue painter's tape though, because I don't use that very often. I think there's some in the closet from when we painted the set. I'm going to go ahead and run this all the way out, because why not?
All right. And then we'll just tighten them.
And I'll tighten it from the inside, yeah. So the thing you don't want to do when you're working on these axes is make the cabling, I'm a little worried that this might be too short, but we'll see. You don't want to make the cabling the thing that limits movement of the
or apply pressure.
Yeah, or applies pressure, either one of the print head. But either of those things are bad.
All right, now you got to keep in mind. Oh,
I'm pulling. I got to pull
what's
this
what
through first. Yeah, this is going to be the exciting part.
oh boy.
Is cleaning up this mess
And
then
plugging
it all in. So it has.
There's the diagram.
Once again, are you surprised? Poorly rendered instructions.
Very poorly rendered instructions.
The good news is the board's actually labeled pretty well, so I'm not too worried about getting this stuff plugged in. And
But
we
it's
got
more about recognizing what's what on the which cable is what. Like there are two.
Well, okay, so there's some easy ones. Power.
Okay. Power.
Right here.
Okay. All right.
Well, which way is the power oriented though? It's this way.
Don't cut any of these.
No cutting. Okay, so then next down is the hot end power.
All right.
I'm gonna have to get in here and see.
Oh boy. Oh, I love that it's flipped upside down from
the picture.
From the picture.
Wait, hold on, I can fix that. Now everything's right. Okay. So, do you know which one's X, Y, and Z? Do we ever figure that out? I assume, I could be wrong, but I'm assuming that this motor, this one up here, the top one, is Y, and this one right here is X, but you can't see that because but the one in the base is X, and the one on the mount is Y. Oh no, this one is Z, that's easy. Okay, so we can just go ahead and do that.
Z is the vertical one. Okay.
Yeah, let's do this by process of elimination.
Okay.
And worst case, if we plug this in wrong, is that it's easy to fix because you just swap two.
Yep. Okay.
It's very okay. So this is Z, X, Y, and Z. Okay, so it's going to be on this edge, right? Easy.
It's like diffusing a bomb in reverse.
It really is. Which way do the red wire goes this way? These aren't keyed. Just seems like an oversight to me, but whatever. Okay, so that's Z.
Okay.
E is the extruder, so that's going to be this one. The one that comes through, not, that one's X, I think, so we can go ahead and Okay, so this is X. Again, red wire on this side. So that's X. And if you're following along at home, this is what, step 27, Norm? Okay, so that's X. This is going to be the extruder, E.
Okay.
In the parlance of our times.
Right.
Yeah. Now, I wasn't paying attention to which wire is plugged into which things. And this is red on the right again? No, this is blue on the right, it looks like.
Yeah, blue on the right.
That's disconcerting.
Okay.
And then Y is blue on the left.
Blue on blue on the left?
Blue on the right, sorry. It's opposite of Z and X. So this is the only one left. Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, I'm going to go ahead and run these as I can through this gap here. Which I think we're going to close. I'm skeptical that that's the right way to do that, but okay.
Okay.
Okay, so now we have the
power.
end stop stitches. End stop switches. What's the gray and okay, gray and the white and black, this one, is going to go to the thermistor, which is close to the fan. Thermistor external. Okay, that's good.
On the right side.
On the right side.
On the right bottom.
Yeah.
Relative view. Okay.
Yeah.
And above that is the fan.
Above that is the fan, which is black and
red. You should
from the big
black
long
and
one.
Reds.
Yeah.
This is the black and red from the big one.
Well, I can't. It's this. Is it the big wide black and red? No, it's a narrow.
No,
black
it's a
and
narrow
red.
one.
Okay.
The big wide black and red is the hot end power.
Here's
good.
Here's the good thing that they did do right. These all mostly go in one place. It seems like there's only one way to plug most of this stuff in. So that's good.
The other black and red is the hot end power, which goes on the opposite side.
The other black and red is the hot end power. Okay, so is that the top one or the bottom one?
It's the top one. Bottom one.
No, it's the top one for me. It's the one that's closest to main power. Yeah.
Sure, the bottom one is not used.
Yeah,
that's X out.
That's if you have a heated build platform, I think.
Okay.
Okay, so now we have, I think, just 2 wires left.
Oh boy.
So we have the yellow and black, which is...
So you have
these are end stops.
XYZ.
I have a couple of end stops left. That's the thing that we have.
Okay.
So this is the X end stop that's coming through from right here. You guys can't see that at all.
That needs to be on the bottom left.
Okay, assuming we have the X and the Y is labeled right. Is there no Z end stop?
There's one in the picture.
We don't have one. No.
But we never
put a Z end
switch.
stop in.
No. So the Y end stop is just one more to the right of it.
Yeah. Okay, so let's.
And there should be 4 space. There should be 2 extra spaces, or 4 pins. After that.
Yeah, there's two of these end stop plugs after that.
Okay.
I'm surprised that there's no Z end stop. That seems weird.
In the picture, there is.
And now the last thing we have is the thing for the oh, that's the Z end stop. That's this guy.
Oh,
this is the Z end stop. The sensor that tells you when you've crashed into the bed.
Is that notched?
It is.
Okay. So easy to plug that in, and that is to the right of Y.
Yep, it's keyed, and I think that's it.
Go. Wow, if you just snip.
No, that would be bad.
That would be real
Don't
bad.
do that.
Like,
what we're gonna
like,
no snipping, no snip.
Oh, that's it.
Well, that was a fun 4 hours. I'm gonna just push all this up in here.
It really looks like a bomb or some type of
Don't say
crazy,
bomb.
crazy device.
You can't say bomb, dude.
It looks like some type of
you can't say
homemade device.
Intermediate explosive device.
No, just
impromptu.
Improvised.
Yeah, there we go. IED. It's different from
entertainment
an IUD
device.
Ask your parents, kids. I don't know which is the better way to snarl this. Like up over here. Hey,
great job. Step 28.
Hey, that's it.
You did it. That's it.
We did it.
We're done.
Okay, so go to
Assembly's done.
Go to the Get Started Printing page.
Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness.
Because that's what we're going to do next episode.
Oh boy.
I'm going to put a zip tie in here just to hold this in place. Actually, I'm going to put a twist tie. I don't know where I got a twist tie, but I have a twist tie.
I'm going to let you literally wrap up and let you guys know to come back
tomorrow
for the next installment. We're going to try our first print and get the software set up and see what the PrintrBot can actually do. If you're just tuning in later, this has been a whole week long of building the PrintrBot. It's PRINTR bot.
It's a $550 3D printer kit, which is a pretty good deal for the capability of this device, or it should be theoretically.
And that's a good looking 3D printer.
It's not bad. I'm pretty pleased with this.
Not bad at all.
This was a lot easier than the first 3D printer we built.
A USB connection, there's a micro SD card slot. This all looks, this extruder and this leveler, which we haven't done any of the tightening yet, any of that yet.
We haven't tensioned the belts.
Any of that set yet. I'm sure there are things we need to snip and extra screws we need to tighten. We're going to do all of that, plus set up our first print in the next episode. So come back tomorrow.
Yeah.
And of course, check out tested.com/membership to find out more about this premium video series and other premium content on Tested.
See you guys tomorrow.
Bye.